Hey everybody, Dan here, Pain Free You. As I was sitting out here after recording the long COVID and the COVID fear video, just had another concept I wanted to talk about briefly, knock out 2 videos at once, so no, I don't wear the same shirt 2 days in a row. So, this topic is any sensation can become learned. So I'll get to that in a minute. So peaceful out here today. You hear the crickets? It's a gorgeous day. Breathe in the calm, breathe in the peace. Breathe in the clarity, exhale the doubt. Okay, so when I say all sensations can be learned, it literally means all sensations can be learned. I've often talked about the formula for symptoms becoming chronic or persistent. And what is it? Fear plus attention. So any sensation that you've got that you pour enough fear and attention on can become learned. And so wouldn't the formula for making sure no symptoms become chronic would be to give it as little fear and as little attention as possible? I know that's, way easier said than done, but what if it's not? Here's the deal. If you've had a number of TMS symptoms, or just even one for any length of time, you've taken the time to learn more and more about how this system called the human body works and how things become persistent and chronic. I think a default response to any new symptom shouldn't be, "Oh my goodness, what is that? Ah!" I think the default response should be, interesting. I just got a foot pain. Did I just fall down a step and break my foot? Nope, I didn't. Oh, I'm just sitting on the couch, or I'm just walking across the room. So it's highly unlikely that you've just damaged or injured your foot. So your default response that I would suggest is, fascinating, look at that. Not worried about it. And if you can get to that point where you give any new sensation zero fear, zero attention, it's very likely to go away very quickly. The more fear and attention you give it, the longer it may stick around. So now how does that apply to something that you've had for a long time? Well, you've probably fed your existing long-term symptoms a lot of fear and a lot of attention. Well, guess what? If the formula for chronic pain is fear plus attention, well, the formula for getting rid of chronic pain that's been around a long time is dial down the fear with accurate information as to how this stuff works and shift your attention away from it. See if you can stop monitoring it and managing it and trying to fix it all day long, because that's just giving it more attention, which can keep it persistent, right? So it's not a complex process. Fear and attention, keep it going. Dial down the fear, take your attention away, focus on living life, see if you can have some fun today. That's really it. Now there's a number of things that are involved in that. Teaching yourself that emotions are safe, that you're safe in your body with a relaxed body and breathing right, naturally. Not taking your own catastrophic, fearful thoughts seriously, because, a big majority of our thinking is not true and or not beneficial. So why are we taking our thoughts so seriously? And if you want to have a better, more productive response to symptoms or pains, choose how you're going to respond to it. If you have an acute jabbing pain or stabbing pain, you can go, ouch. But then what do you do afterwards? Do you stay freaking out, or do you go, fascinating. I know what that is. I've already learned about it. I understand it's created by the brain. Brain must be perceiving danger. No big deal. And so you can choose to respond by freaking out less, ideally not at all, by calmly reassuring yourself that, oh, I know what that is, I'm not concerned. So brain, hey, you don't need to be concerned either. And then ideally getting to the place of indifference, which is you saying, don't care, so what? Whatever. Not concerned. Fascinating, but not concerned. Yes, it's painful. Yes, it can be unpleasant, but it's not harmful. It's not causing you damage. It is a sensation. It doesn't mean that your body is damaged. And if you're not sure if that's true or not, you got to get clarity. You got to understand how this stuff works. There are assessments. Go to painfreeyou.com, click on the Get Help menu and the Getting Started menu. There's assessments there that'll help you determine, are your symptoms or sensations caused by the brain or not? Do the assessments. Once you get clarity there, please accept that that's what's going on. Because when you do get the clarity and you accept that that's all that's going on, it is so much easier to dial down the fear, which is one of the two ingredients for persistent pain. Once you can dial down the fear, it's much, much easier to shift your focus away from the symptoms. And when you can do that consistently, dial down the fear, freak out less, shift your attention back to living instead of fixing and fighting and focusing and being frustrated with the symptoms, guess what happens? You start to get better and better. Just recorded a great success story today, should hopefully post in a few days, that the gentleman, and I'll let him tell the story, but he basically started consistent messages of safety, and after a while he kind of realized, holy cow, I haven't had my pain in a week, right? And so look for that success story. Yeah, good stuff. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this. Yes, all sensations can be learned with enough fear and attention. And by the way, going back to yesterday's video of COVID and long COVID fear, COVID sensations, COVID symptoms can become learned with enough what? Fear and attention. Psychological factors. So, fear and attention is how symptoms become persistent. Let's reverse the mathematics. Let's subtract fear with accurate knowledge so we can take our attention and place it on what's way more important, which is living your life, finding some happiness, joy, productivity, connection with others. That's the way to go. So I'm going to wrap it up. Love you guys and gals. Hope you're having a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care.